freaking it out. Cause I was trying to touch it, I was peeping it out. She turned around and was trying to put my dick in the mouth. I let her.
What's good, all my nieces and nephews around the globe? It's your boy, Uncle Willie San, back at it with another episode of The Cozy Corner. Now, first things first, always, my new pickups. Now, we're going to the Exia that I got from Kenny. Don't worry about how we got it. It was a deal that didn't involve y'all. But, now it's done. You know, it takes me a week where it takes him about a year and some change. So let me show it to you guys, send it on to our nice close-up cam. Now this is the master grade version, and I love these master grade models just because they have so much detail. It's like building an actual 8-inch figure. They come a little bit sturdier, and you know, like the stickers usually get like packed underneath other clear pieces. These like clear green parts that really add a lot of depth to the figure. Posable hands, multiple, there are actually a lot of sword parts on here, as that whole little GN cape on his shoulder actually turns into like sword attachments, gun attachments. They're all individual little swords, and they all combine to make like a giant sword, a beam cannon. The options for this thing are almost limitless. And my favorite part, my absolute favorite part is you can plug in the LED pack. Yes, they sell an LED light pack for this model kit, so it gives it that even more realistic vibe. It's going to be awesome when I actually get it, and I can't wait to show you guys when I hook it all up. Now that that's out of the way, I would like to show you guys a new segment that I've been working on called Is It Worth the Racks? Now what racks you may think? Well, the racks in your pocket and this rack right here. Now, during the summer I'm going to be filling this bad boy up with tons of different anime collabs that I think you guys should jump on because I think that they're very, very fresh. I think that the materials are great, the construction is great, and you know, I think it's affordable. I think it's something that you guys should be able to get your hands on. Now, this week I have the Jujutsu Kaisen Uniqlo collab. Now, the first half of the collab happened in, I want to say, the first week of June, and the second half happened in like the last week of June. It was a really, really nice drop. I more favored the first one. It had so many more designs that I really, really wanted. Ones that made me wake up at 10 and be like, nah, I gotta get these. The first one being the one that escaped me, the pink Noabara tee. Please, if somebody has a large in the Noabara t-shirt, I need that. I kind of need it. It needs a home here, right here on this rack, right next to his brothers and sisters. But you know, couldn't get that one. The next t-shirt I was really excited about is this one. I love this color gray. It's not like, you know, Nike Tech sweatsuit gray. It's like a nice dark gray. I love the little button embroidery right here on the pocket. And then it's got everybody on it. Everybody from both schools. And I just think that, you know, it's minimalistic, but it still has those details that say, oh, that's Jujutsu Kaisen. And that's what Uniqlo really, really does well. And I love collecting these little tags. All of the anime t-shirts that Uniqlo does come with these little tags. So I'm going to show you the collection one day when it gets big. Second one, Satoru Gojo, looking off into the distance, even though his eyes are wrapped. Not sure how that works, but this tee is super dope. Very, very clean design. You know, nothing on the back, but you know, a very, very simple t-shirt. You can get it off with a very, very simple outfit. You could dress it up, you could dress it down, whatever. You could, you know, the most important thing, you show your fandom for Jujutsu Kaisen by buying this affordable, very affordable t-shirt. Then we got, here we go, our boy on the front, suking his little crest on the back there. You know, I don't think they should have went with the same color as the t-shirt, but I think it's a dope little design. Nonetheless, some of the t-shirts say things with some of the characters on them. And then the last one on the rack. Ooh, what happened? This one has all the cursed spirits on. I really like how they did this third block right here in red. I just think it gives like the shirt another like different attitude, like a little bit more depth. You know, it's a very simple white t-shirt. You can get it off very, very easy. You know what I mean? Very nice materials, not too thin, not too thick. They breathe really well. And then I have another one. I couldn't find it. It's got Megami Takagoro on it. It's really dope. It's got all of his Shadow Chimera. It's all black. Give me a second.
You got it on, jackass!
Oh. Cut! But in all seriousness, I did decide to wear this shirt today. I couldn't help myself, you know. Look at what it says on the front. Like, it's great. It's like, he's going to save nobody. He's going to save anybody, regardless if it's fair or not. You know, him with all of the Shadow Chimeras. I just thought it was a really, really tough t-shirt. This was one of my personal favorites. I had to scoop this up. And, you know, as far as the rest of the t-shirts, you know I've got nothing bad to say about Uniqlo. I love their stuff. Their stuff is always comfortable. It's always affordable. Even if I gotta, like, rebuy it. Like, the hype stuff. Like, the Cause Uniqlo stuff. It's like $50, $40. It's not that bad. And these t-shirts are always worth it. They don't really shrink like that. The colors don't fade. The designs don't crack. Always worth it. You will always hear me say good things about Uniqlo. Can't complain. Have too much of their stuff. So, now with the new segment out of the way, you know I always got to leave you guys with a little anime homework, a little show from my childhood or something that I really enjoyed watching. You know, just as a little anime review. So this week we're going to do Zatchbell. Now Zatchbell was awesome. I remember Zatchbell. I believe it previewed in March 5th of 2003 or 4. One of those bad boys. It could be 2005. But it was a great show. I loved watching it on Toonami. I loved how the tone of Cartoon Network would just change whenever Toonami came on. You knew that block was full of action, excitement, and fun. It was just a great time in Cartoon Network history. Now, as far as Zatchbell, I loved that show. Zatchbell had everything that we needed. Zatchbell was written by Makoto Raiku as his first weekly anime in the Shonen Jump Weekly Sunday mag. If you know, you know. It was more of a thing in Japan than it was here. Here we got the monthly subscriptions. If you know about that, those used to get the sick little manga you can read. You know, maybe one came with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, maybe it didn't. Maybe you were the kid that knew about the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and he was building a crazy deck and didn't want anybody. We subbing somebody right now. It's Kenny. It's Kenny. Kenny is niggas. Kenny is niggas.
I'm going to the library before you. I'm stealing the card, bro.
But out of those magazines came great things like Zatchbell. And Zatchbell was honestly awesome. It had this feel from your average Shonen Jump anime, where it wasn't just, oh, I gotta get all the power and become this. Oh, I gotta be the strongest and become this. So the way it begins is you have Kyo. Kyo is, for lack of a better term, a dickhead. He is just an angry teen who doesn't like going to school, doesn't like anybody, doesn't really have friends. He's the smartest kid in the school, so that doesn't help. His ego's on 10 all the time. He knows he's smarter than some of his teachers. And he literally tells his mom in the morning, what's the point of going to school? I don't really see the point. I'm smarter than all of them. Now, his dad, being a professor in England, sent him Zatch. And Zatch, quite literally, flies into Kyo's life on a giant bird, holding a yellowfin tuna. And then eats the whole thing in front of him. In one gulp. It's great. Zatch is just one of those characters. He's hilarious to watch. And it pairs so well with Kyo, who's always serious and angry and always trying to rain on somebody's parade. It's like you can never rain on Zatch's parade. He's so happy. He's so cheerful. And that's how he stays for pretty much, the first season. It's a really interesting show because they have this thing called the Momodo battle. And that's the real reason why Zatch and the other Momodos, which are these little doll-looking demons that come from the Momodo world, they gotta pick a king. So every 1,000 years they send them to the human world where they have to find humans that can actually read their spell book and battle each other. The way you win a battle is you burn the other Momodo's spell book, send his ass back to the Momodo world, and you keep on going, trying to become the Momodo king, trying to be the last one left. And honestly, that isn't really prevalent in the first season. it's more like Zatch and Kyo going on these little misadventures, and they just so happen to run into another Momodo that wants to press them about being the Momodo King. It doesn't even really become like a whole big thing until later on when you meet more characters. Like, Zatch's friend, Ponygon. That's great. He's another one of those characters that just says one word, but somebody somehow understands him. It's great. He's awesome. Then you have ones like Conchime. He's a wimp. Doesn't really do much of anything. Has a bunch of just like, weird powers. But what's redeeming about him is his partner, Folgore. Always singing, always dancing. He's Italian. He's hilarious. It's great. It's a great little pairing. They do a really good job with these pairings in the show. Another character, Brago, angry, uses gravity. He's on 10 all the time. He be boxing, just doesn't care who wants to be what. He doesn't really even care about becoming Momodo King. He just wants to like bust heads and cause havoc. And his partner, forget about it. Shorty's mad at Momodos because one brainwashed her friend and is using her for her evil deeds. So she's like, all of you suck. And I'm gonna help Brago bust y'all heads. Just out of sheer anger. It'd be like that. You have other cheerful characters like Rops. If you don't know who Rops is, he's a ladybug man-boy thing with anchors. Sickest little thing you've ever seen throw down in your life. He's like the size of this lamp right here. Boy, he can fight. And it's awesome to watch. Then you're introduced to like other characters when the Momodo battle becomes more prevalent, like, the ancient Momodo that are there from the first time that were sealed in these stone tablets, and you've got this overarching plot of somebody brainwashing people to use them for these ancient Momodo who are actually stronger than these other Momodo that are here, so, like, the Momodo battle becomes unfavored and untipped. Then you have this Nega Zash, or, Zatch, like, this evil version of him, Zeno, and he's just like, he's literally the opposite of Zatch. He's just like a little evil prick. Just like electrocuting people and fucking up good times. And, on those adventures, they have to fight. And whether or not Zatch becomes a Momodo King, I'll be honest, Tsunami never finished Zatchbell. Did I? Yes. But I'm not going to tell you how it finishes. You got to go watch that. So I suggest you do your homework this week and go watch Zatchbell. Find it. It's out there. I promise. If I found it, you can find it. I promise. And with all of that, thy new pickup, the new segment, and your new homework, I will send you to a new anime fit of the week. Peace, guys.
Alright, who's ready to get fly with their Uncle Willie San? Because today I'm taking it back to '05. You see the dunks, you see the baggy sweats, and the vintage Team Satomi IGPX t-shirt. You see me. With one spin of the hat, my neighbor now feels as if he needs to go get his own drip up. And so do y'all. Peace.